There's a lot of noise on social media and in parent groups and in pediatricians' offices about what is the best way to discipline your child. So let's talk about it. I can give you some tips, some evidence-based, what I've noticed works for parents in my practice and raising two kids of myself. So first of all, one of the things to remember is that temper tantrums and meltdowns and pushing boundaries is normal for children. So take a step back and realize they're supposed to do this. It's a developmental milestone. If your child never challenges you, there's probably something more going on. So see it as a sign of normalcy, what you want to see happen with your kid. And these are some things you can do to make it less frustrating for yourself, but help your child. I always see parenting as we're a coach. So our job is to give them the skills, but we are not responsible for what they do on the field. We're there on the sidelines to say, hey, this is all you now. But that's going to take years of giving them those skills. So it's not just about reprimanding them when they do something you don't want. It's about teaching them to deal with those consequences and what is socially acceptable. So I always like to talk about boundaries with kids. So let's talk about 3-year-old. I just did a 3-year-old developmental milestone, and this is when this becomes big. If your 3-year-old is doing something that is socially unacceptable, say they hit their sibling, the first thing you want to do is remove them from the situation and say, I understand that you're frustrated. So acknowledge the emotion that the child is feeling, but we do not put our hands on other people. I will not allow you to hit your child. So say what you will not allow, and then say, I think you need a moment to take a break, take a deep breath. We don't put our hands on other people, and then we try again in a minute. It's not so much a time out as a punishment. It is a removal, telling them you understand the frustration, but they will not be able to continue to do this. If they go back into hitting, then they are not allowed to continue to play. So you are the one with a fully developed frontal lobe. So you let them know what you are willing to allow. You don't necessarily need to police the behavior as much as what is your boundary. Say you say we can't go outside with putting our shoes on, and the child is throwing a fit and doesn't want to put their shoes on. If it is an option to go outside, then you say, I understand. I don't always like to put my shoes on either. Let me know when you're ready to put your shoes on and we can go outside. And give the child a moment to realize, hey, this is a consequence. I don't get to go outside if I don't put my shoes on. Now, if you need to get in the car, then you can do things a little bit differently. And you can say, we need to put our shoes on in order to go to the car. Would you like me to put your shoes on, or would you like to put your shoes on? You don't give the option of not doing it. You give them the two options. And if you do that consistently and calmly and with enough time to handle the child's emotions, usually they will come along. Other things that you want to do is cause and effect. If they are using markers incorrectly and you tell them, you can mark on this paper, but you can't mark on the counter, and they continue to do it, you just remove it. You really don't need to do anything else. Don't continue to threaten. Don't continue to give second chances and third chances and fourth chances. You say, I said this is what's going to happen. This is the consequence. Do you need to do anything after that? No. They get to feel about it how they want to feel about it, and we can move on in a minute. If you notice your child is having massive meltdowns around their toys, especially at home, there's too much stimulation. Take a step back. Playrooms are actually not the best thing for young children with lots of toys that are easily accessible. So you might even want to go to like some clear Sterilite bins and put their favorite toys in there. And when they want to play with Legos, we pull out the Legos. When we're done with Legos, we put them all up and we move on to something else. If the child isn't wanting to help with the cleanup part, then you can say, let me know when you're ready to put the Legos up, and then we can move on to playing with puzzles. It allows the child to not feel so overstimulated. They have better behaviors, and it teaches them some responsibility with less frustration. I could talk about this all day, so we'll make some more videos, but let me know if you have any specific questions in the comments. Take care.